Firstly, how are you settling in?
Yeah, settling in well. Moved down on Monday, and my partner just finished off her degree and moved down yesterday. So the family's down in here, and we're nearly finished off moving stuff in and getting into the club for a couple of days before Monday just to meet some faces. So I'm not meeting 70, 80 people on one day, so I can get familiar with the area. And yeah, it's been a really good move.
Does it feel like a second career in some ways?
I think sort of coming into and meeting new people, it sort of feels like you've sort of been redrafted, I suppose. You can see a lot of familiar faces that you've played against, but everyone's been really welcoming. Great vibe around the football club. Yeah, it's a really good spot to be.
Aaron, what was it about North Melbourne that convinced you that this is where you can play your best footy again?
Yeah, speaking with Brad and Joycey, going through what my role will look like moving forward, as well as their performances this year. I think they surprised everybody. So I think that they're building to become a strong, powerful club, and something that I want to be a part of. And the role that they described to me about coming in and implementing that, I think that I can make a bit of an impact at this footy club. So that was probably the main reason.
What did you take for the end of your time at Gold Coast? Probably a bit frustrating. Only played the 6 games last season through injury and other things. I mean, what did you take from that?
Yeah, obviously, I had a season-ending injury of the pec, which is nearly fully recovered. So I'm pretty happy about that, to be able to do a full pre-season. I've been in the system now for 7 years, so I've learned a hell of a lot. I've had a bit of a rocky career to date. There's been some, obviously some highs and a lot of lows. So, I think I'm a pretty resilient person. So coming into this football club, a team that's going to be pushing for finals, pushing for a premiership. So I'm just really excited to be a part of that. And in terms of learning stuff from the Gold Coast, wasn't too much about sort of the learning aspect, as rather than where do I want to play my football and where do I want to be in the future.
You talk about those rocky times, and you have had your critics. What do you want to prove them wrong in your time here?
Oh, of course. I don't really read into too much of the critics or anything like that. I just want to come in here first and foremost, earn the respect of your teammates, your coaching group, the North Melbourne supporters, and then from there everything just falls into place. So that's my goal, coming in, playing that role for the team. I think that the role that Brad has described for me is it's clear, it's precise, and I know what's expected of me to come in and what they want from me.
The defensive side of your game is what's been criticised, I suppose. Is that something you can improve on?
Oh, 100%. It's probably easy to criticise players, league-wide around the defensive side, especially midfielders that are in a team that predominantly loses. I think some teams, some players may get away with it who are in successful sides, and that's just the industry, I suppose. Me coming in here, I work on all aspects of my game, my offence. I understand that my offence is probably far outweighs my defence, but I'll come in here and buy in on all aspects of the game and look to improve my game in every area.
So you don't think it's an issue then? You think that's been sort of blown up as something that's not really?
Yeah,
there?
no, I do. I don't think it is a major issue. So yeah, as you said, I'm looking forward to proving some people wrong.
How would you describe, I guess, the end of your time with the Suns and the departure? Was there any spite from either party?
No, not really. No, not really. I mean, the Gold Coast Suns are probably, starting to rebuild with myself and Lynchy and Maisie departing. There's not very many senior guys or guys that have been there for a few years. So I think that when sort of Lynchy's domino fell on myself, I think they were pretty understanding, and moving into the trade period, they were more than accommodating to let me get to the Kangaroos. I
know you can only really talk for yourself, but looking from the outside, there's been a mass exodus from the Suns. You talk about Lynch, Mates, himself. Is it a systemic problem at the Suns, or is it just a matter of people want on-field success and players want on-field success and they're not getting it there? Yeah,
I think for us guys, that probably was a driving force. For me, I'm 28 years of age, and it's, I've probably got 4, 5, 6 years left. So for me, it was being able to get to somewhere where I thought that there would be some success, no doubt. But also in terms of just changing something up, it sort of felt like a bit of insanity doing the same thing, getting the same result. I think the people that they've got in there at this time, pushing forward, I think that the club will get to the places they want to get to. You know, they're always going to hold a place in my heart. You know, I was there for 7 years, so you know, I think that the playing group that they've got there, the young guys that they're bringing, I think they are trying to rebuild again. And the young group are really driving those standards. How long that takes, I don't think anybody really knows. But yeah, I think if that mentality is to stay the same, no doubt that they'll start climbing the ladder.
Oh, you go.
The treatment of Jared Lyons, did that raise eyebrows for you guys, or is there something else going on that we didn't know about?
To be honest, I don't know too much about it. I haven't spoken to Jared, and I haven't spoken to many of the guys at the Suns about that. So, yeah, I can't really comment on that. I don't have no information.
You spoke a bit differently in the off-season, I guess, to make sure you really hit the ground running now that you get a second chance at another club. Yeah,
obviously the off-season was predominantly about, you know, getting my pec right, making sure that's fine, and I've been able to tick that off. It's at a really good position right now, so I'll be full contact I'd imagine in a few weeks, which I'm really happy about. So if I can get to Christmas time and I've been able to put in a decent block of running, so I feel good, I feel fit, the body feels good, mentally I'm in a really good space. So yeah, everything seems to be pushing in a positive direction.
On the Gold Coast, you get the advantage of the heat and being able to sweat it all out in a couple of weeks. Here, do you need to do a bit of extra work to make sure that you can get in the right shape, ready to go?
No, I think I've done a fair bit in the off season that I'm in okay shape. So no doubt your body changes in pre-season and you look to always get fitter and stronger in every area. But no, I think I've come back in pretty good shape.
And you mentioned that you sat down about the role and you're clear on what that is. Can you just talk to us a little bit about what they expect of you?
Yeah, so obviously they want me to use my attributes, which is my speed, my ability to kick and my penetrating kick, as well as try and hit the scoreboard and use that speed on the pressure side of things going the other way as well. So more as an inside midfielder. I got sort of pushed around a lot at the Suns, and it was, you know, probably versatility of other players couldn't play in other areas. So you know, it was a positive for me. It was probably a hindrance because, you know, my favourite position is to play inside mid, as well as, you know, sitting forward, sitting on the wing at stages. You know, I might have to go to half back, but predominantly it'll be around playing in that midfield role.
Few handy inside mids at this club. You'll have a work cut out for you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it actually. Yeah, Ben Cunnington's obviously he's an elite inside midfielder. Jack Siebel when he goes through there. They've got a couple of young guys that I've actually seen out on the track that have really impressed me, Josh Simpkin and Paula Hearn, Jed Edison. So as well as, you know, working in tandem with Sean Higgins, which will be really good. Another player similar attributes to myself. So hopefully we can team up and yeah, have a good season.
When did you do the pec? How long's that rehab?
So I did the pec in round 9 or 10, I'm pretty sure. So it's a 5-month injury. So in terms of returning to play, it'd be end of November if the season was still going. So everything's been on track. It's been a really smooth transition in rehab side of things. Haven't had any hiccups, which has been good. Yeah, so it's an unusual injury. I had my surgery done by Dr. Peter Rowan from Brisbane, who does all the Queensland Reds and the Brisbane Broncos, who tend to tear their pecs. So everything was successful, and yeah, I'm really confident in it. So looking forward to having a good pre-season.
A tackle gone wrong?
It was, yeah. I just went to tackle Joel Selwood, and I don't know whether he slipped his arm up or not, or whether it was my bad technique. I think it was a bit of both, but yeah, it was just one of those uncanny incidents, I suppose.